Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and on today's episode we are going to be doing a preview of Real Madrid's game versus Mallorca. This is the third game of the season and we are going to be talking about some head-to-head statistics. I'll give you my predicted lineup as well as my score predictions and then some players you should look out for. So just like how we do it every day, let us dive straight into it. So to start with, I'm going to start with my lineup prediction for Real Madrid's game versus Mallorca. But before I say that, I want to say something. Xabi Alonso seems to be so unpredictable. We can see from the start of the season, our past two games, that it's only the first game that people were able to predict the lineup. The second one, nobody actually saw it coming. Nobody was able to predict that Carvajal was going to start over Trent, that Rudiger is going to start right after suspension, and then that Rodrigo will start at the left wing. Even though there was some news that Rodrigo might be playing at the left wing and then Franco Mastantuono will also start at the right wing. For the defense, no one was able to predict what will actually happen there. That should tell you how unpredictable the coach is, and I'm so happy with how things are going with Xabi Alonso. So for the starting lineup, starting from the back, Courtois, an undisputed starter as always. So far as he's not injured and he's fit, he's going to start in the goal post. Then to the back line, the left back, Alvaro Carreras. At the centre backs, I still think Militao will start over Rudiger. I think Militao will be back in the starting lineup over Rudiger. Then Dean Howson, and then at the right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now in the midfield, I don't think there will be any changes in the midfield because so far the midfield we've been using have been working for us over our past games. And so Tchouaméni as DM pairing with Valverde, and then Adagule as an attacking midfielder. Now to the forwards, I think it's going to differ a little bit. Kylian Mbappe in the middle. At the left wing, I think Vinicius will be back in the starting lineup. You know, Xabi Alonso was saying that depending on the game, he's actually going to rotate the players. And then against Mallorca, I think Vinicius Jr. is the best to start at the left wing. Then at the right wing, I'll go for Brahim Diaz, even though Franco Mastantuono started. Now that position is going to be competed by Franco Mastantuono and then Brahim Diaz, since now Rodrigo will be competing for the left wing with Vinicius Jr. So basically that is it for my lineup prediction against Mallorca. Now the next thing we are going to look at is Real Madrid's head-to-head statistics with Mallorca. In the past 5 games, Real Madrid has won 4 of that with 1 draw. Now with that draw, I remember very well last season, that was our very first La Liga game at the Santiago Bernabeu, Real Madrid versus Mallorca, and trust me, that was one of the games that was very difficult to watch. Mallorca defended all they could. I mean, it reached a point they were playing 8 defenders, like 8 defenders. It was that crazy. So that was a draw, 1-1. Muriqi scored a goal against Real Madrid in that draw. That was our very first La Liga game last season. That is it for the head-to-head statistics, Real Madrid versus Mallorca. So even though the game is going to be a very difficult one, I am very positive that Real Madrid is going to come out victorious. Now what's next on the list? The next thing on the list is key players to look out for, and as usual we take 2 from each side, 2 from Real Madrid and then 2 from Mallorca. So the 2 from Real Madrid is Vinicius and Kylian Mbappe. Let me first talk about the reason why I am saying you guys should look out for Kylian Mbappe. So do you realize that Real Madrid's past 15 goals in La Liga, Kylian Mbappe alone scored 12 of that? 12. I mean 6 plus 6, 12. Yes, that is how serious it is. I mean, I don't get why people are surprised. This is just Kylian Mbappe being Kylian Mbappe. 12 out of 15. I don't know. Did you realize how insane that is? Yes, and so in every single Real Madrid game, personally, I'm expecting Mbappe to score a goal. And this season, I'm not expecting less than 65 goals and assists. So we should even be looking at 70 goals and assists for Kylian Mbappe this season. And so in Real Madrid's game versus Mallorca, I'm expecting him to get a goal, at least worst case scenario, an assist in the game. Now let's talk about Vinicius Junior. Now this is the reason why I'm saying you guys should look out for Vinicius Junior as well. If you watch Real Madrid's game versus Osasuna, in the last 10 minutes, you could see that 2023-2024 Vinicius Junior. Like, you can see that aggressiveness to press, to attack. For a while now, since that whole Ballon d'Or saga, I've not seen Vinicius Junior in that state. I don't know if it's because he came from bench or if it's because there are rumors that he's going to be competing with Rodrigo for the left wing position. It's like that was a whole different Vinicius Junior altogether. And if it's going to continue like this, I'm very sure he's going to start the game. So if it's going to continue like this and we are going to get the Vinicius Junior that we used to know back, then trust me, he is going to be very, very, very dangerous at the left wing, and he should be a player everyone should look out for, both Real Madrid fans and then rival fans as well. So now let's talk about the two players from Mallorca's side. So the very first one is Muriqi. If you've watched Real Madrid games over time, you can see that Muriqi is one of the players that have been causing trouble to Real Madrid. If you remember very well, Real Madrid's first game last season with Mallorca, Muriqi was the one that scored that goal. He was dangerous throughout the game. So he's a player that you should look out for in Real Madrid's game versus Mallorca, because obviously, even if Mallorca is going to play a low block like Osasuna did at a point in time, they are going to attack in the game. And players like Vedat Muriqi is one that you should look out for. Now, the second player is Larin. He also has some fairly good stats for Mallorca, and we should be looking to see him in action in Real Madrid's game versus Mallorca on Saturday. Are we done? Of course not. We can't live without me talking about my score predictions. And so I'm predicting Real Madrid to win by 3-1, a brace from Vinicius Junior, and then 1 goal from Kylian Mbappe as well. So 3-1 win victory from Real Madrid. So that brings us to the end of today's episode of Adele Talks Real Madrid. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment of your score prediction as well. Also, set the notifications on so that when I post the video, you will be the first to see the video. We'll be back again with a match review, and Real Madrid.